All right, what's up? It is season 4, episode 2 of Behind the Seams, presented by RipTydz, Oceanfront Grill, and Rooftop Bar. Alrighty, back at RipTydz on the third deck. It is Behind the Seams, the off-season season, episode 2, season 4 of this show. A little bit earlier in the day. It is 10 a.m. at the time of recording right now. It is another beautiful day on the beach, but a little bit different, a little bit earlier than we're normally used to, Ryan.
No cocktails are being served at this hour.
The bar is not even open. But we're keeping the trend going in the off-season season of this show. We've got another guest joining us here at the table. A little crossover episode with bowl season going on. It is the December episode. So we're bringing in Mr. Johnny Williams, the executive director of the Camellia Bowl. And Johnny, welcome to the show, sir.
Well, it's great to be here.
For folks that don't know, and I want to make sure I didn't butcher that name, it is the Camellia Bowl.
Camellia Bowl.
Camellia Bowl. And now what is that?
Well, it's our 9th year coming up. It's a bowl game in Montgomery, Alabama that features similar teams we do here at Myrtle Beach. We have the Magna Sun Belt Conference USA. Like I said, it's our 9th year in Montgomery, and we're kind of the backup to help support the game here in Myrtle Beach. We both have small staffs, so we work together quite often on a lot of events. So, this will be our third game here in Myrtle Beach. So we're over this week to kind of help with logistics to get ready for our bowl season. It'll be here before you know it. And a little more information about that. ESPN, probably about 10 years ago, made a decision they were going to get heavily into the bowl business and own bowl games. There's this coming year probably about 41 different bowl games. Of those 41, 17 of them are owned and operated by ESPN. And the Camellia Bowl and the Myrtle Beach Bowl are 2 of those 17. So that's give a little history of what their philosophy changed. They didn't like paying rights fees. They felt like they wanted to own the property, the event, and televise it also, which has been great for football.
So you say you're from Montgomery.
Right.
Are you a Biscuits fan?
We are. Matter of fact, this is one of our good partners. Our office is about a block apart, right there by Riverwalk.
Okay. Well, when you get back there, tell Murph we said hello.
Yeah, they're great guys. They really are.
So with the show, we go through our bucket. Typically, we've got drinks and all this good stuff, but it's a little bit tempered down now at the early morning hour. It's a little early for us here. But we've got some questions in here that we'll ask, and we'll just kind of learn a little bit more about bowl season. It's my favorite season in football. I love college football a little bit more than the NFL, but really it's bowl season that puts it over the top for me.
Yeah, I think once you get to that mid part of December, you're pretty much guaranteed a bowl game every day through the new year, and that can be on in the afternoon to the evening and all through the night. So my productivity level goes way down.
Right. Yep.
What conferences feed into both the bowls that we're talking about today?
Give a little background on that. Traditionally, bowls had to have, went to the NCAA and gained rights to have a bowl game in their community. Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Sugar Bowl, early on it was 4 or 5 bowls. In 2012, the rules changed. When we went to a 4-team playoff, the NCAA kind of backed out of the bowl business in a little way. They said, well, look, here's what we're going to do. The 10 conferences, division, FBS conferences, form the playoff coalition, which those 4 teams, all that revenue goes in, generates, $700 million a year. But what they did, they gave the rights to the conferences. So, all right, if you want to partner with the Myrtle Beach Bowl, which the Mid-America, the MAC did, and also the Sun Belt did, and Conference USA. So they agreed to send us a team if one's available. The Sun Belt and the MAC are the sponsors of the bottom line sponsors for the Camellia Bowl. But now, over the last 4 years, ESPN has brought some things to the table I think fans will start recognizing. Instead of sending a team from coastal Carolina to Tulsa, Arizona to play the football game, they decided that especially the group of 5 schools, ESPN tries to match people where they fit. Their fans have access to the game. It's like last year, we brought Old Dominion down to this game. There's a reason we did that. We knew their fans would come. It was close to a 4 or 5 hour drive. We had almost 7,000 fans from Old Dominion. So they're moving teams around. Just like in Montgomery through the years, we've had Memphis, we've had Florida Atlantic, Florida International, App State 2 different times. So that changes annually, and I think it's a good thing for football. It really is. Now what's got to happen, we've got to absorb this new wave of 12-team playoffs that's going to fit in that window of opportunity. And they pretty much have already sent word out that the bowl season will actually probably start 1 week earlier than we traditionally see it, probably the second Saturday in December. The first Saturday will still be the championship games, or if they don't move in back too. The reason they're doing that, they've got these play-in games that they want to play on home field sites that will probably be the week after Christmas. And so it'll still keep bowls in business, and we'll still absorb those 12 teams that are going to be in this new playoff structure. And ended at about the same time, middle of January.
How do you look at it with the potential of Coastal Carolina playing at Coastal Carolina? Is that something you try to accomplish or avoid?
Well, we're going to guarantee them a bowl spot. The last 2 years I think they've been to Orlando and the Cure Bowl. Coastal's one of our partners. They furnish our stadium. We work with them. They actually put on an extra home game for us, and we're so blessed. That's why the game's really here. Coastal made that investment for that stadium several years ago, and added that upper deck and really fixed the field up, which gave them the ability, because what people may not realize, there's so much competition for bowl games. Although there's 41 of them, I can name you 5 cities right now that have an active committee trying to bring a bowl to their committee. Indianapolis, Indiana, Austin, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Charleston, South Carolina. Watered it before here. They lobbied over the last 15 years for a bowl to play at the Citadel Stadium. But what happened here, a little unique thing, and it was because of weather, things you just don't anticipate. When the hurricane hit Puerto Rico, about 5 years ago or so, and just had such devastation, and we talked earlier, of course, the Myrtle Beach Basketball Classic was actually in Puerto Rico, and it looked for a place to bring that event because it couldn't play there. So they brought that event here and got such great support from the chamber and the cities of Conway and Myrtle Beach. It just became, in the ESPN's mind, the upper management felt like this is a great opportunity to put a new bowl game here. Great access with the airport, great. Everybody knows about Myrtle Beach. It's just, and everybody likes to go to the beach, right? It just fits our game.
All right. So, Johnny, as your role as executive director, let's talk a little bit about your job responsibilities. What does that look like for you? Obviously, you're basically working year-round for one game.
One game. And we also, one of our big focuses right now moving forward, and talk about today, I want to encourage people to watch this. We're trying to launch an initiative to get youth involved in the game of football. We're sponsoring coaching clinics. We had a youth clinic for all the free this past June over at Myrtle Beach High School. We had a couple of hundred kids show up. We had local coaches come out and teach them the game. And part of that is we want the game to get strong. It's been heavily in the public domain about concussions with Tua and all the injuries. The game is changing. Rules are changing to make it safer. The equipment has evolved. So we're going to try this year, we did last year, we're going to really reach out to youth groups, whether it's cheer teams, football teams, little league teams, whatever. We want to try to invite them to our game and give them complimentary admission to our game. So we're going to be canvassing the community. And if you're with a group like that, boys club, girls club, we'd like the older people to step up and call us. We'd like to get with you, work with you about, call us, we'll get you tickets to the game to bring them on that Monday afternoon, December 19th.
Well, the Pelicans have their own cheer team of about 25 young girls. And they do a great job out at our ballpark, and I know that they would be thrilled to come out.
So you guys come out, have a little hot dog, little tailgate party for them, take them to the game. And like we were talking earlier, this game, you can get close to the action now. You feel the intensity of the game. It's not like going to Clemson or sitting in the upper deck and you don't even know what happened down there. Oh, they say they're playing. Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Check out our next question here. Perfect segue. What can we expect from the bowl experience going into this season's bowl game?
We're part of our mission this week over here. We're looking in the area. We try to bring the alumni from both schools, have a place for them. We set up a fan fest. 3 hours before the game, we'll have music, and other sponsors have activation, giveaway products. Go have great weather. It's already been predicted for that day. It's going to be bright sunny just like this, number one. And I really believe we're going to have some great football teams this year, because if you look around Myrtle Beach to the south, you got Georgia Southern having a great year. Of course, you got Coastal Carolina having a great year. And then you've got, of course, App State sitting just to our northwest, Marshall, Old Dominion, which opened up the season this year, beating Virginia Tech. You know, they've struggled a little bit, but they're back. Came down, last week, and
We don't want to talk
we
about
don't talk about them at all. But they were told they can never come back in Coastal's locker room if they ever play this game again. No, I think the competitions, there's going to be some great opportunities to put some good matchup here. Number one, and it's a Monday afternoon. It's the first week of what I call Christmas season. Everybody shuts down, things to do. So I think it'll set up really well for a great experience this year.
We always have a good time at the bowl game. It's always a lot of fun. Bowl season, it's a lot of fun. Big college football fans. Are you allowed to pick who you think is going to win a national championship?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Who do you think?
Well, I retired from the University of Alabama 10 years ago, started this, which they still pay me every month. So I'm hoping Alabama wins, to be honest with you. No, I think you got Ohio State, of course, Alabama, and you got Clemson with some big games coming. Looks like South Carolina stepping up. And, Shane Beamer's kind of a friend of mine. I knew his father. Matter of fact, in 1985, I interviewed with his father when he was the head coach at Murray State. Shane Beamer's daddy was the head coach there one time. So, and that's what I found through the years being in this business, because I coached for 15 years, and I was in administration for 15, and now I've been doing this bowl for 9. What happens? You get to pull for people. People you've met, you kind of like them. Do you really like this guy? Which I'm still trying to make my mind up at Coach Saban, where he falls in my line here. But no, the wonderful job he's done at Alabama is just, unbelievable. But it's, like I said, it's just it's great. For me, growing up, it's always been a great family event. Going to the ball games, being a part, bringing, just camaraderie. And that's what I want to encourage people to go out and come to this game, support Coastal. Great atmosphere. Coastal's got a very young football program, if you think about it. I don't think they've been playing football 15 or 20 years at most, where most people, a lot of these teams like Alabama and Ohio State have been playing 100 years, So I just encourage you to come out. It's great atmosphere, much like the baseball, very similar in nature, and be involved with it. Because the stronger our bowl is, the stronger the minor league baseball is, the stronger our whole community is when it comes time to recruit industry to Eastern South Carolina.
Thank you for your time today.
Well, appreciate it. Appreciate being with you, and look forward to having you guys at the game. And there's a little different setup this year. There's some access to sideline hospitality. You may not know if you're familiar with that or not, and we'll try to get you guys access to that for the game. Let you walk up down the sideline, make a few calls, maybe, see if you can help them pull this thing on through.
Well, if you're watching this, how do fans find out information to buy tickets and all the game information?
It's all online. You go to Myrtle Beach Bowl, and you'll find the website there, and you can access that. There's a lot of different options. There's general admission, there's upstairs, there's suite tickets, higher price with food and beverage. So there's something to fit any budget.
Very good.
This is the December episode, so we will be watching college football pretty much all month. We will be at Coastal Carolina for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I want to thank Johnny Williams for joining us. For Ryan Moore, I'm Hunter Horenstein. This has been Behind the Seams, presented by RipTydz, Oceanfront Grill, and Rooftop Bar.